December 5th, 1945. 5 Avengers prepare for a routine training mission. None of them would ever return. Their destination? The Bermuda Triangle, a patch of ocean where the laws of physics seem to bend. Flight leader Charles Taylor, an experienced pilot. But today, his experience would mean nothing. 1,400 hours. The flight is on schedule. Then, the first anomaly occurs. "Both my compasses are out," Taylor reports. "I am over land, but it's broken. I am sure I'm in the Keys, but I don't know how far down." They were supposed to be over the Bahamas. Instead, they were flying into a void. "Everything is wrong," a student pilot gasps. "Even the ocean looks different." Taylor's last clear words describe a phenomenon known as whitewater, a blinding, milky fog that erases the horizon. The weather turns. A storm that wasn't on the forecast swallows the flight. "Don't come after me," Taylor's voice crackles. "It looks like they are." The signal cuts. A rescue mission is launched immediately. The PBM Mariner, known as the Flying Gas Tank. 20 minutes later, the Mariner disappears from radar. No explosion, no debris, just silence. Navy ships scoured 300,000 square miles of ocean. They found nothing. No oil slicks, no life vests. The official report concluded, as if they had flown to Mars. Case closed. Or was it? Some believe they didn't crash. They were taken into a place where time has no meaning. "Both compasses are gone," Taylor's voice crackles. He wasn't just lost. The very tools of reality were breaking down. On the ground, radar operators watched in horror as 5 blips became a smear of light. Then nothing. Was it a Haute-Enthojan? A time rift? Some theorists suggest the triangle is a bridge between then and now. Deep beneath the waves, sonar has detected something that shouldn't exist. Massive glass-like pyramids. Could these structures be ancient power plants, still emitting signals that cripple modern technology? The Bimini Road, a perfectly aligned stone path. Nature's coincidence, or the ruins of Atlantis. But nature has its own monsters. Rogue waves, walls of water 30 meters high appearing out of nowhere. "We're going into the drink!" a pilot screams. For a torpedo bomber, the ocean is a cold, final grave. Methane hydrates, huge pockets of gas erupting from the seafloor, turning the ocean into a bottomless pit. In seconds, the weight of the aircraft pulls it down to a depth where no light ever reaches. Hours after their fuel should have run out, ghost signals were heard. FT, FT, Taylor's call sign. Were they still flying? Or was the Atlantic playing back a recording of their final moments? Flight 19 was not the first, nor the last. Over 1,000 lives have been claimed by this 500,000 square mile trap. Could it be a man-made anomaly? Nikola Tesla's lost experiments with high-frequency energy were conducted nearby. Even today, satellites report strange holes in the magnetic field. The triangle is still active. Beyond the myths lies a darker possibility, AUTEC, the Navy's underwater Area 51 located right in the heart of the triangle. Classified logs report unidentified submerged objects, USOs, moving at speeds that defy current hydrodynamics. Witnesses describe craft that don't fly. They phase, moving from water to air without a single ripple. Did Flight 19 encounter a presence that didn't want them there, or one that wanted to take them back? In the blink of an eye, 5 bombers and 14 men were erased from our reality. The Navy Board of Inquiry changed their final report multiple times. They knew more than they let on. Thousands of pages remain redacted. Why? If it was just a pilot error, why the secrecy? Thermal scans show heat spikes in the triangle that correspond to no volcanic or man-made activity. The families were told, "lost at sea," but for decades they reported mysterious phone calls with only static. Believe we are being observed. The triangle is a portal for those who have watched us since the beginning. Time is a river. In the Bermuda Triangle, that river flows in circles. In 1991, 5 Avengers were found on the seafloor, but their tail numbers didn't match Flight 19. We search for physical evidence, but perhaps we should be looking for patterns in the impossible. Flight 19 didn't just die. They became part of the mystery, a permanent file in the archives of the unknown. The Bermuda Triangle. Some secrets are meant to stay submerged. The mystery didn't end in 1945. Modern pilots still report a phenomenon that defies explanation: the electronic fog. It's described as a tunnel of clouds that clings to the aircraft, pulsing with electromagnetic energy. Even with GPS and satellite navigation, systems go dark. Time itself seems to slip. Geologists have discovered massive magnetic anomalies in the Earth's crust here, a literal magnet for disaster. I flew for 10 minutes, but 45 minutes had passed on the ground, one survivor recalls. Despite the decades, the patterns remain identical. Objects appear and disappear at the same coordinates. The Bahamas are home to blue holes, deep underwater caves. Some believe they are the source of the magnetic surges. Divers have found unidentifiable metallic fragments deep within these caves, non-corrosive, non-terrestrial. The magnetic North Pole is shifting faster than ever. The triangle may be the focal point of a global flip. Leaked security footage from 2024. A plane vanishes while sitting inside a locked hangar near the triangle. What if they aren't gone? What if they are simply scattered across time? Analysis of artifacts found at the site reveals an isotopic signature not found on the periodic table. "They are following me," were the last words of a pilot in 2021. No other aircraft were in the area. Is the Bermuda Triangle just a door? And if so, who has the key? Phase 4 complete. The signals are getting stronger. Do you wish to proceed to Phase 5, the final theory? What if the triangle isn't on Earth at all? What if it's a fixed point in space that Earth simply passes through? A wormhole, a shortcut across the universe. For those trapped inside, a journey of seconds could last an eternity. In 1974, a coded message was intercepted. It contained the flight numbers of the lost Squadron from the direction of Sirius. The coordinates of the WOW signal and the center of the Bermuda Triangle are mathematically linked. It is a celestial map. Beneath the sand lies the infrastructure of another civilization. They are not visiting. They have always been here. What if they come back? Reports of 1940s-era radar signatures appearing for seconds before vanishing are increasing. For them, no time has passed. They are the eternal sentinels of the triangle. The truth is buried under layers of ash and ink. But the ocean remembers. It is a machine, a natural engine designed to recycle matter and energy across dimensions. In the end, logic fails where mystery begins. We are but visitors in a world we do not own. To solve the triangle is to solve the nature of our existence. A doorway to the stars, or a trap for the soul. As we reach further into the stars, the triangle reaches back. It is the guard at the gate. Flight 19. 14 men. 5 planes. 1 eternal mystery. P7.0 north. 71.0 west. The signal is still active, waiting for the next one. And be on. And some mysteries are better left in the dark. 2026. A new expedition sets sail for the Sargasso Dead Zone within the triangle. Their mission? Find the remains of Flight 19. They are deploying the Seeker, an ROV capable of reaching depths of 6,000 meters. "We have something," the operator whispers. A massive metallic signature where the chart says there is only sand. It's not a plane, it's too large. Over 300 meters long, perfectly symmetrical. The triangle is famous for its ghost ships. Vessels found perfectly intact, but with every soul on board, gone, like the Mary Celeste. Hot food on the table, half-written logs, as if the crew simply evaporated into the air. Hydrophones have recorded a sound coming from the deep triangle. It's known as the hum, an artificial rhythmic pulse. Scientists theorize it's a vile vortex, one of 12 points on Earth where magnetic energy is concentrated into a spiral. Finally, the Seeker finds something. A radial engine, the same type used by the Flight 19 Avengers. But as they clear the silt, the serial number reveals a chilling truth. This plane was never reported missing. Meteorologists have noted hexagonal clouds over the triangle. They act as air bombs, blasting wind at 170 miles per hour. The stars are in the wrong place. The pilot's last transmission before his jet vanished in 2023. In Tesla's lost papers, he described a space-time bridge located at these exact coordinates. He warned us not to open it. Is the triangle a place, or is it a shadow of something larger, watching from a higher dimension? The evidence is mounting. The portal is opening. Phase 6 concluded. Legend speaks of Atlantis and its fire crystals, massive power sources that, according to Edgar Cayce, still lie active beneath the triangle. These crystals don't just generate power, they bend light and reality itself. Some sailors report seeing mirage cities, not reflections of our world, but windows into a parallel Earth. I can see the airfield. But the buildings are made of glass, the pilot screamed. His jet was never found on our radar. Our instruments are designed for a three-dimensional world. In the triangle, they are useless. It is a doorway, a permanent rip in the fabric of the Atlantic seafloor. Certain zones, time flows in reverse. Is it possible the crew of Flight 19 are becoming younger every day? Our scanners show ghost echoes, entire fleets of ships that exist on a frequency just slightly out of our reach. What we call Atlantis, they call a colony, and the crystals are their biological heart. In the center of the triangle, up is down. The sky becomes a sea, and the sea, a memory. The anomaly is growing. The portal is no longer stable. It's reaching for the rest of the planet. They aren't lost pilots anymore. They are the heralds of what comes next. We are at the threshold. Phase 7 complete. Are you ready for the final transmission? The Bermuda Triangle is not just a location on Earth. It is a coordinate in a larger interstellar grid. Theorists believe the pilots didn't go back in time, but forward, to a future where the triangle has reclaimed everything. In 2025, a message was decoded. It wasn't in English. It was a digital map of our DNA. Deep within the silt, a time capsule was found. It contained items that were not yet invented in 1945. Physicists suggest a micro-singularity is anchored in the triangle, a doorway that opens when the magnetic fields align. They are still watching us. The missing 14 are the silent guardians of the gateway. At the exact center, the world goes silent. No wind, no waves, only the sound of your own heart. Even the Lucayan Indians spoke of the fire that fell from the sky, a triangular star that lived in the water. They are watching us from above. Every movement, every energy spike is logged and hidden. It is a fold in the map of existence, and we have finally found the crease. The DNA match is undeniable. The pilots are here among us, but they haven't aged a single second. Tesla's final warning was clear. The triangle is a lock. If we open it, we may not like what's on the other side. It's no longer just Bermuda. The anomaly is expanding. The door is opening wider every hour. Prepare for the transition. The triangle is calling everyone home. Be on. The countdown has begun. Do you wish to witness the end? What if the planes didn't go up, but down? Into the hollow earth, the hidden world of Agartha. They were no longer men of flesh and bone. They were being rewritten into pure information. Civilization millions of years ahead of our own. The true architects of the Bermuda anomaly. We have been waiting for your return. Not a voice in the ears, but a thought in the soul. Finally, after 80 years in the void, Flight 19 has found its landing field. Time is not linear here. The past and future exist in the same breath. We aren't lost anymore. Their mission wasn't a mistake. It was an invitation. Their DNA is being upgraded. To survive in the stars, they must leave humanity behind. The black box of Flight 19 contains the warning, a warning about our own extinction. On the surface, the ocean is breathing, preparing to release what has been hidden for millennia. They aren't just 5 planes anymore. They are a fleet, ready for the final mission. Your world is falling. We are the architects of the lifeboats. Final piece of the puzzle. The radio wasn't just for talking. It was a beacon. They are back, but they aren't here to stay. The return is imminent. Phase 9 concluded. Are you ready for the end? It is no longer a secret. The sky over every major city is bleeding light. Governments scramble for an answer. But how do you fight a force that controls time? Flight 19 has returned. Not as ghosts, but as messengers of a new era. This is Lieutenant Taylor. We have seen the end. It is not what you fear. The fear is gone, replaced by a collective memory of home. Tesla knew. The lock was never meant to keep them out. It was to keep us safe until we were ready. The bridge is open. The Bermuda Triangle has fulfilled its purpose. Over and out, Fort Lauderdale, we're going home. The case of Flight 19 is officially resolved. The triangle is now just a sea again, but we will never look at the horizon the same way. Be on. Thank you for walking through the dark with me. Until the next mystery.